Greenwich Village. We are going to have Australian brunch here at Bluestone Lane, which is one of my top recommendations for a quick and awesome brunch. Here is the Big Breaky. It is quite big with 2 poached eggs. We have bacon, we have some spinach, avocado, and multigrain toast. And here we have the long black, aka the Americano. I'm so excited to eat this. It's one of my favorite places to visit in New York City. They're all around the city. This is actually an Australian chain that started here in the city, and they have amazing avocado toast as well here in the heart of Greenwich Village. The thing is, during a Saturday, it gets very packed with a whole lot of people here. So it is a good pro tip. If you want to be seated quickly, come to this place. So hello everyone. Nice to see you here. Welcome. I am about to enjoy a good brunch here in the middle of New York City. Let me know where you're watching from, and let's enjoy. Cheers. Okay, so a good long black. Can't go wrong with a good long black. Here they call it long black because this is an Australian place, but in the US we always call it Americano. And yes, a smashed avo on here, so I'm so excited for the smashed avo. And Leanne, hello. So for let me know who is watching from Australia. Let me know. It's getting cold very quickly, so I gotta eat quickly. That's the problem with winter time. It's supposed to be spring, but it ain't spring yet. It's freezing. And I'm in a shadowy restaurant because the other restaurants have sun, but this one doesn't. All the sunny restaurants are way too packed with too many people. So let's bite into this Big Breaky. So basically a Big Breaky, and this cost me a total of $20 plus I gave like a $4 tip. So about 23 something. And this is basically avocado toast, and we have some poached egg. This is the best moment, everyone. I'm gonna unpoach one of the eggs with a little bit of avocado. Look at this. Ah, yes. There we go. That's the stuff right there. That's the stuff. And this one, oh my God, this requires a steak knife. There we go. Look at that. You gotta be sure to get all that avocado. Hey, SF Fields, just in time. I love eggs. I love poached eggs. And especially in quick places like these, you usually have to go to a pretty expensive restaurant to get some poached eggs. But more and more, these more casual restaurants are having poached egg, which is awesome. This is gonna be too big of a bite, so let's cut it even in half. Oh yeah. The bread that they're using is so delicious. It's a very thick piece of multigrain bread. And the great thing is that with a very thick bread and a good smashed avocado, it's a great combination of textures. So you have the very good crunch of the crust of the bread, the soft fluffiness of the middle part of the bread, especially when you have a good sourdough or a multigrain toast. And of course you have the nice creaminess of the avocado that almost is like butter. Now, that's what people used to call avocado. They basically called it a fruit butter. And I love that combination of textures. And of course with the tanginess of a tomato. But the good thing about the Big Breaky comes with some greens, which I think these is either kale or spinach. I think they put kale. So I'm on the journey to try every avocado toast in New York City. I think it's official. I've tried maybe on video, I've tried maybe 10 or 15, somewhere around there, about I think around 15. So now there's a journey to try way more avocado toast. Hey Ronald, smash that like button like this avocado was smashed as well. Indeed. Hey Miles, nice to see you here. Yo, Easter Sunday is here too. It's the end of daylight savings in New Zealand. Oh, interesting. It is. That's interesting. Avocado toast is a signature dish in Australian-style cafes, says Alex. Oh, yes, it is. So avocado toast is quickly becoming one of the most famous brunch items in many parts of the world, but specifically here in cities like New York and also in places like Australia. It is a gigantic staple. It's so awesome to have that. And I also found it in London when I traveled to London 2 years ago. So, avocado toast already is amazing by itself. Whenever I go to a brunch place, I gotta get the avocado toast. It's like going to an American restaurant, you gotta get the burger. For me, going to brunch places, gotta get the avocado toast. It's so amazing. In most places. Some places just do a very lazy one, so those places, out of my list. But what I love more than anything is combining avocado toast with good bacon. This is more kind of a thinner kind. Sometimes if you go to more of the American style restaurants, they give you the very thick cut bacon. So, sorry, never know. BA says yes. Watching you eat while eating says guten appetit. Thank you so much, Adrian. I appreciate it. Weird how popular it is becoming around the world, says SF Fields. Indeed, indeed. So if you want to learn all about the history of avocado toast, I actually have a vlog I did a little bit more than a year ago, before the pandemic happened. I managed to get a vlog in about avocado toast, and it was so wonderful. The kid really wants an avocado toast. That's why he's crying. I bet it's nice having restaurants open in New York. It really is. That sucks that in the UK everything's closed. Yeah, we've been a lot more lighter in restrictions than European countries. Now this one resembles a little bit like a English breakfast because there's some mushrooms. Which for the Aussie viewers out there, let me know, is mushrooms a common staple in your breakfast? These mushrooms are very juicy, actually. They feel like the same mushrooms that is used in the mushroom pies. Kay says, sounds like the same kid from last night. Yeah, indeed, indeed. All right, everyone. You ready to see the other egg being poached? Where are you masticating this time? I am in Bluestone Lane in Greenwich Village. All right. For the real reason why we make these live videos. All right, get ready. Let's do a zoom in. Let's actually zoom in on that. Let's get nice and close. It's nice and close, everyone. Let's frame it up well. This is filmmaking at its finest. Let's clean this up a little bit. There we go. Filmmaking at its finest. Ooh. Whoa, look at that. Oh yeah. This is not slow motion. I just did it very slowly to make it look like slow motion. The coffee is really good. Yeah, they make great coffee here at Bluestone Lane. Great coffee. So style of coffee in these Aussie places is pretty much in line with most New York places, most American style places. So if you're used to some type of Italian espresso, this is not the place. But if you want some good coffee, oh yeah. Ooh, we got a parade. Mm. Delicious. Or are they running away from? They're not running away. They're just. It's just. There's these new roving gangs of scooter. How you call someone who rides a scooter? Scooterist. There's roving gangs of scooterists out there in the streets of New York. We have descended into pure anarchy. As I eat my avocado toast, I'm swarmed by scooterists. I make my poached egg in the microwave, says Susie. Really? No, really, I'm not judging at all. That's cool. Is this shelter heated? No, it's not. I'm freezing. I'm freezing. Mmm. MA Art says, I'm finally able to get your album on iTunes. That's amazing, MA Art. Wow, thank you so much. I'm so glad you're able to get it. I have reached out to my music distributor, and it wasn't indeed an issue that they had on their end. So everyone, now my music is finally available on iTunes. The Urbanist original soundtrack is available on iTunes. Susie, so what is for breakfast? It's almost going because it's cold out here and I am hungry. So you came right in time as I'm halfway through. We got avo toast, poached egg, 2 poached eggs, some mushrooms, tomatoes, some spinach/kale. It said kale on the menu, but this kind of looks a little bit more like spinach. Is there like a kale that looks like spinach? Let me know. Tastes like spinach to me. And this is a bacon. So there we go. Looks delicious. It really is delicious. I really don't have too much to talk about this type of topic, so feel free to ask any questions about brunch and breakfast in New York City. Do you have Easter egg? I don't really do any type of Easter celebration. Nothing really. I'm just going to chill out at home, maybe do a live video. Why did you make your channel Urbanist? Because the Urbanist is an honorary title for someone who has gotten to learn about the city on a deep level, both intellectually and culturally, by walking around in it, by exploring it. Famous urbanists are like Jane Jacobs, who wrote The Life and Death of Great American Cities, who saved this very neighborhood we're actually eating in right now. And there's many other famous urbanists out there. There's that Columbia University economy professor, what's his name? Eric Glaser, I think is his name. There's a few others. Let me know any other famous urbanists. There's a lot of famous urbanists out there. I don't claim to be an urbanist. I would like to be considered urbanist at some point in my life, but I decided to call the show Urbanist. Mm. Great bacon, nice and thin, almost like potato chips. And it's cold. Ooh. Gary, what's for dessert? Nothing, not at the moment, nothing. This is pretty filling on its own. Is the soundtrack on Spotify? It is indeed. Search Urbanist, the original soundtrack. There's always something deep in your choices. says Miles. Thank you, Miles. I appreciate it. There is indeed. Edward Glazer. Thank you so much. Edward Glazer. Such a talented, amazing, living urbanist. If you want to know like what a real urbanist is, listen to any of the talks by Edward Glazer, who's a professor about economy, but he specializes in urban economies and talks a lot about cities and everything. What name do you go for before Urbanist? Well, I don't go by Urbanist, my name. My name is Ariel. The Urbanist is the name of the show. Before, I ran a music blog called Uncharted Lust. Land. Nice video, one like you, says Jack. Can you say hello to Gary and wish him a happy birthday anniversary? It's a happy wedding anniversary on April 6th. Hey, Susie. Gary, happy wedding anniversary. Hope you're doing well. Is Ariel a family name? Yes, it's a given name. It's a name bestowed upon me after a long lineage of Ariels. Generation after generation, each name was bestowed upon the firstborn son. Indeed, so yes, Ariel was given to me. I did not choose the name, or did I? The best cheeseburgers are in Manhattan. There's a lot of great cheeseburgers here. So we're actually close by a few great cheeseburger spots. There is Corner Bistro, which is only a few blocks away. There's also JG Mellon, which I'm not sure if they closed their recent location in Greenwich Village, but if it's still open, it's amazing. I actually did a video of it a little bit more than a year ago. August, happy early birthday. Happy birth week, August. Waiting for Bob the Pigeon iPhone cover. Oh, amazing you are. Do you like green tea? I do. I do like green tea. I just don't drink it often. I'd rather drink coffee, especially here in the US. But when I travel to places that are more tea oriented, I drink more tea. I imagine whenever I go to Taiwan or Japan, I'll probably be drinking a lot more tea. Maybe not so much in Japan, but definitely Taiwan. So feel free to ask me any questions about brunch or about food. Brunch or breakfast here in New York City. Ooh. I make this at home all the time now. So I buy some fresh sourdough bread. I got some fresh avocados, mash them up. I make myself my own eggs. I don't make poached eggs because they're a little bit complicated making it at home. So I just make scrambled eggs, some crushed pistachios, and I put it all around my avocado toast. And that's my breakfast like 3 times a week. It's easy to make it poached. It requires the water. You gotta put the water. You gotta put in the pot with water, and then you gotta spin it in a perfect way, and then kind of scoop it out. It takes practice. It's easier said than making it. It's funny. One of my favorite moments from a movie that takes place in New York City, or half of it takes place in New York City. It's called Julie and Julia. And it's kind of like a half movie about a real life blogger, writer, who writes about making a dish of Julia Child's every single day because she was going through some financial hardship and she was kind of out of her job and she just decided to pick up cooking. And then the other half of the movie is intertwined with Julia Child's story of how she got to making the cooking book. And that movie is amazing. Highly recommend it. Half of it is in New York, as I mentioned. But one of the funniest scenes in that book is in the early part of the movie. Julia Child was going to French cooking school. Now, Julia Child is not really your natural born chef. She actually kind of learned her way to becoming a world-renowned chef, or at least a celebrity chef. In her very first class in French cooking school, and this is based on a real-life story, they had to learn how to make eggs. And you think making eggs is so easy. You would think making eggs is the easiest thing in the world. But she struggled so much to perfectly poach the egg. Perfectly poach the egg. It took her so long to get it down. And I feel that. It's like it's really difficult to perfectly poach an egg. So yeah, that's the interesting thing about poached eggs. What is currently your favorite food for breakfast, Cartier? Is this right here, avocado toast. Highly recommend it. It's my favorite food for breakfast, bar none. Smashed avo is great with the squeeze of lemon and paprika, says Leanne. Yeah, that's the very kind of typical Australian style. I do lime and some za'atar, which is kind of my own spin on it. Or not my own spin on it, it's based on another place here in New York City called Sunny Boy. Watch my video on avocado toast. Can you tell me of the movie you're talking about? Julie and Julia. Julie and Julia. Came out in the early 2000s. Julia Child was a famous celebrity TV chef. She was basically the first TV chef. Before the age of Paula Deen and all these other people. But another thing about eggs is there's another great movie called Jiro Dreams of Sushi. In Jiro Dreams of Sushi, it's about this man who is extremely dedicated to making some of the best sushi in the world. It's a 3 Michelin star restaurant, that means highest honors. It's extremely expensive, very hard to get into. It's located in a subway station in Japan. And his staff has to train in order to get in front of the customer, in order to make sushi in front of the customer. And their training involves years of perfecting sushi, years of perfecting the rice formation, of making the rice itself, years of perfecting putting the fish on the rice, of sprinkling it in just with a right amount of salt or right amount of soy. However, the thing that really takes a long time to learn for these sushi chefs isn't the sushi itself, isn't the fish, nor the rice. What takes them years to learn and to master is the egg. Because they make these egg cakes in Japan, which is basically like a tortilla, Spanish tortilla, if you've ever seen a tortilla, or like a quiche. But it's the Japanese version. And that Japanese version, that is extremely difficult to make a perfect consistency because you can really screw it up. Hey George, Ratatouille is your favorite cooking movie. Yeah, indeed. I learned so much about cooking watching Julia and Laida Bastanish. Ooh, who are those people? We call it tamagoyaki. Tamagoyaki, kurihara, cool. Can't wait to try tamagoyaki. I think I've tried it once. Tried it once here in the US. It's really good. Hey, Mun, nice to see you here. Hello, Arjan. Wendy, nice to see you here too. And hello, Ayush. You just made me want to eat sushi. Indeed. That's the effect of these live streams. Indeed. Do you like wasabi, Leanne? No, I don't like wasabi too much, but here in the US we really don't have like fresh wasabi. Not really, which is a shame. It's usually, I think, the synthetic wasabi, which is very kind of too strong. Okay, so I just had a very hearty brunch. There's a lot of people brunching out here in this neighborhood. Do you want to see the brunch atmosphere of Greenwich Village? Let me know. Let me know. I might need another coffee, actually.
But it is like I have to like wear like I wore my like body warmer when I was running today, so yeah, I think that's cool.
Panajotas, you say, of course. Hello, Bob. Hello, Trish. Ida says, yes, indeed. Do you have a favorite midnight snack? Mine's candy. My favorite midnight snack is basically also what I eat for breakfast a lot. And to some people this might sound weird, to some people this might sound normal, is I eat banana with cashew butter. Cashew butter is like peanut butter, but except it's made with cashews instead of peanuts. And I absolutely love that combination. I eat it for breakfast constantly, and I love it for a midnight snack. Or if I'm feeling very frisky, I end up getting peanut butter. Oh yeah. Full scoop, like a gigantic scoop of peanut butter. Boom, slather on that banana. That's my midnight snack. Let me know, what's your favorite midnight snack? Here in the US, I don't think we have too much of like a midnight snack culture. Aside from maybe like pizza in New York City. I think is probably the most common midnight snack. There's in the middle of the city, there's more like stuff open late night. Maybe like a place to get French fries, like pommes frites. And there's a few other places, but it's not really like a big thing, I think, as it is in East Asia. Have you tried Balkan food? Not yet. I can't wait to try Balkan food one day. I'm not sure if there's any good Balkan food here. Let me know. Mine is cereal, says Susie. So bad. No judgments. The midnight snack is the road I'm taking. Head high up, says Mun. Indeed. Pizza's every time snack. All day, every single day. Oh yeah.
Where were they from?
All right, I'm almost done.
You said they were getting their plastic surgery. I did read about it in the UAE.
Last bite. Look at this bread. Look how thick this bread is.
Let it go through it.
Have you ever tried Greek pies for brunch? Panajotas, yeah, I actually featured it like 2 weeks ago. A spanakopoutia. I might be mispronouncing that. But no. Here you can find a lot of Greek pies. It's fairly common, in New York City at least, because there's a gigantic Greek population. I mean, the largest population of Greeks outside of Athens, because Athens is the largest city in Greece, is New York. I'm satisfied. That was really good. Paul says you can eat more than a vulture. Well, that's what happens when you walk miles and miles every single day. Have you ever polenta? I have. There's a few great places here that sell lobster polenta. So good. But I tried polenta in Romania. And the Romanian people were very cool. But they did not accompany the polenta with anything. It was just plain polenta. And oh my God, that made me feel nauseous. Because you order a polenta in Bucharest, in Romania, and it's like this big, but nothing else. It's just that. You do not want to eat just pure polenta. Do not recommend it. But when combined with like a good lobster, or I hope in like maybe in Romania they combine it with like a sausage or something, then it's really good. Late night kebab. Yes, late night kebabs. Not so famous here. Maybe halal food with the streetcars. Yes, that's a late night food that people eat here. Excuse me, kebab not so popular yet. A few places. All right, let's walk around. Cool thing is with this place, it's not really table service. You order via your app, via the phone. You scan your phone, and they bring it out to you, and you're done. You already paid the tip ahead of time. You're done. Or you can order at the cashier, and they'll still bring your food out to you and pay in cash if you want to. But it's very easy. That's why I love about Bluestone Lane. No fuss. It's table service without any of the fuss. Cheers. All right, now I'm ready to walk. All right, so the place we went to is Bluestone Lane, located at Greenwich Avenue, which is also known as Little Britain because there's a few British shops around here as well, and Perry Street. Bluestone Lane, this is the outdoor seating we had. That's where I sat. Very close to all the major subway lines. Hey, Gary says, please get some pots of paint and do the walk from Saturday Night Fever. Stay alive. That's the best Barry. What's his name? What's his last name? It's the best Barry from Bee Gees I can do. Barry Gibbs, thank you so much. Barry Gibbs. Barry Gibbs. What's the best Barry Gibbs I could do? He speaks always like a falsetto. All right, let's explore the brunching in New York City. What are people brunching here in the city that never sleeps? So as I was eating, I heard an Irish accent, which was like, "Oh, this is what travel." There was a woman right sitting right in front of me that had an Irish accent. I was like, "Oh, can't wait to go." Mass mastication happening here. Yes, mass mastication here today. Watch out. The French place across the street is so good. I was going to go there. I saw a photo of the quiche on Google Maps, and I was heading straight there, but it was a bit too full when I passed by. So let's check it out. Let's see how the French place is. There's also a great bakery here that sells very interesting baked goods called Mahar Dar, or Mardar. What's it called? Marzadar. And now the French place is empty. I came here, it was like packed to the brim, but now it's nice and empty. La Bardian. This is what happens when during Saturday. There's a brunch rush around 1 to 2 p.m. 2 p.m. There's a brunch rush. It's packed to the brim. There's so many people that come at 2 p.m. And then it kind of starts clearing out by 3:30. A lot of these brunch places. So I might come here again to try the quiche. Le Baratin. Le Baratin. Le Baratin. Forgive my French. Ooh, brunch houses. Little brunch pods. This is nice. Oh, I like this little restaurant. Let's see the prices of Rosemary's. Eggs Benedict is $19. Oh my God, another British accent right there. British accents are following me today. British and Irish accents are following me today. Oh, I love that sound. All right, let's continue walking through. Rosemary's looks cool. Yeah, good prices for the setting. It's very nice because there's a whole lot of space here, and you do get the sunny side, and there's heaters, so it does look like a very nice place to go. And I like the little pods, the brunch pods. You can dine in and be nice and heated. Claire says it's an omen. Indeed it is. Indeed it is. Ooh, this restaurant looks very nice. Look, Quality Eats. That's the name of the restaurant. Quality Eats. Very straightforward. Melissa, you want to see Jefferson Market Library? Here it is. Europeans are calling you, says Fila. They followed him from the airport. I think that's the case, ladies and gentlemen. Vous parlez français? No. Parlez anglais. So lunch is no longer a thing? No. Lunch has been canceled. We have officially replaced lunch with brunch. No more lunch. Every item now has to be accompanied with egg. If there's no egg, it's not allowed anymore in the items before 4 p.m. in New York City. It's brunch supremacy. That's the name of the new laws that have been passed. Oh, the bell's ringing. Oh, this is another nice place. Look at this. Coffee, tea, plus. Wow, this place is popping. This place is really popping. It's indicating brunch is over. Yes, the death knell has come for brunch. Thank you, Jefferson Market Library, for ringing the death knell. So let's see. Oh, wow. All right, let me move right in. right. All right, so there we go. So I never tried this place called Rosecrans. Rosecrans, never tried it, but it's so full today. Might be because of the location, but maybe because they have good coffee. The espresso machines look really interesting, and also the pastries as well. They had an apple cider donut that looked very interesting. So let's try it out. Let's see how it is. I'll give it a few sips and then we'll do walking and drinking coffee. Let's see how it is. It's a huge cup that they serve the Americano in. The coffee has good color. It's a nice color. Massive cup for Americano. Alexander, you want a coffee? This is coffee, this is not coffee. Coffee, you have to go to a bodega for it. Or to a diner. Apple cider donuts are one of your favorites, says Mandy. Oh, I'm so glad, Mandy. It's great. Yeah, they are really good. You can find them, especially in farmers markets. And this is actually a common combination in New York City now, especially in Manhattan and a few places in Brooklyn where they combine a flower shop with a coffee shop. I remember the first one I ever encountered was like 6 or 7 years ago back in Greenpoint. I was so blown away. I was like, wow, this is such a good combination. Now it's all around. Maybe they were the first ones, I don't know, but now it's all around. Let me know if that's a thing in your area, which is a coffee shop and a flower shop combined together. Let's try it out. It's way too hard. It's way too hot. I can't drink it immediately. That's the problem with these big Americanos. They put a lot of boiling water. That's a large coffee. Yeah, actually I ordered a small. So I assume they have a cup that's even larger than that. You blow me away, says Wendy. Oh, I'm so glad, Wendy. All right, this is way too hot. Can't drink this immediately. Gotta wait it to cool down. Let's keep walking around.
Where is it?
This is actually a cool view.
Downtown.
Oh.
Yeah, because my flight is called free flight, so everyone's gonna get taxes for like boarding, and so we are waiting for a free flight.
It's like one of those things we both do.
But then the PCR, so like 2 months if you're PCR, it's like 48 hours. And then like 250. I have at least 2 people. Oh no, I went to CDMB, I asked her for PCR, and then after she did me, like she was like, oh, okay, so now you receive the result in 3 days. And it's more I need, like, no, but you have for the coffee is one of them. It's like raw test. It's completely different. But then I'm like,
So Claire, am I in Bob and Bobette's country? Not that many here. No, Bob doesn't hang out in these parts. Too many avocado toasts. He's more of a fan of classic American breakfast. Alexandra, you want the you want Coffee Break to play? All right, everyone. Alexa, play Coffee Break by Urbanist. Okay, Google, play Coffee Break by Urbanist. I'm glad everyone's enjoying the good coffee break song. If you have one of those home assistants. Lynn, yes. Let me know if it was successful for anyone. My Alexa does not compute, says Susie. Oh no. You gotta really pronounce those T's on Urbanist. You gotta say Urbanist. Not Urbanist. Urbanist. There we go. Alexa, play Coffee Break by Urbanist. Atharva. Am I a full-time YouTuber? I am indeed. Maria O says, successful for me. Alexa won't listen to you. She's about to be fired. Oh no. Can you show us the Greek style houses on Gay Street? Melissa, sure thing. Yeah, let's go. Melissa, great recommendation. Let's do it. Let's go to Gay Street. I'm feeling very gay. Who else is feeling very gay? And I'm specifying the feeling of happiness. That's what I'm referring to at the moment. That's what the street's probably named after. Either someone named Gaylord, or the feeling of happiness, because this predates the community that settled here in the 1900s. Welcome to Gay Street. So there's a Tesla. Ooh, look at that Tesla. Looks nice. So look, here we have 12 Gay Street, where the phantom of Gay Street hangs out. This is where the shadow was also written. Who named it Gay Street? No one knows for sure, but one of the main theories is that it's named after someone who owned a brewery by the first name Gaylord. Gaylord used to be a more common name in the 1700s and 1800s. It is a name that I think most recently was depicted in the film Meet the Parents, starring Ben Stiller. It's not really that common of a name, I think, anymore, but yeah. It might have been named after the guy who owned a brewery here called Gaylord. Definitely is not named after the LGBT community here. That is coincidental, because the street was named far before the LGBT community settled here around the 1920s and really became known as an LGBT neighborhood, especially during the Stonewall riots of 1968. Susie says Meet the Fockers is a hilarious movie. Indeed it is. Indeed it is. Wow, this is a beautiful restaurant. This is Petite Boucherie. Oh, I love speaking French. Oh yeah. Petite Boucherie. It's pretty, right? This tree is very pretty. Look, there's nice seats over there. I like seats. Seats are awesome. Let me know if you like seats as well. If you're a fan of seats, leave a like right now. Let me know if you're on team like. I gotta come to Boucherie one of these days. I don't think I've ever tried Boucherie. It's a famous, popular brunch restaurant here in New York City, French restaurant. All the spaces here is gorgeous. Susie says that seats do come in handy. Indeed they do. They do come in handy. I like seats. Oh, what is this? Pizza reviews. Nice to see you here. You left a comment earlier. Do feel free to repeat it. Pizza reviews. I think you asked a question. Gorgeous, says Dave. Indeed it is. Indeed it is gorgeous. I agree. It's traffic here. That's new. That's weird. There's another spot that's always filled with people. I haven't been yet. Jeffrey's Grocery. I love trying all the chairs and benches, says Renee. Yeah, right? It's amazing. To sitting, such a wonderful experience. Don't take sitting for granted, ladies and gentlemen. Such a beautiful thing. Beautiful ability we all have on this earth is to sit. And let's continue walking around. Great to see a majority of people wearing masks. Indeed, yeah, people are wearing masks. Great to see people. Yeah, people are indeed here. They're indeed people. Looks back to normal there. Yeah, Kurihara, it does. Is it back to normal in Japan? Because I see Only in Japan Go with John Dobb, and it does look pretty much normal from what he shows as well. I prefer sitting while masticating, says Dave. Oh, Dave, let's not get too explicit over here. Here's the famous stone wall inn where the riots took place in 1968, June 8th. Hundreds of people gathered outside. They had enough of being persecuted by the police. And now it's a very popular bar. That's also a national monument. So I think this is the only bar that is a national monument right now. I don't think Francis Tavern is a national monument. It might be. So it might be number 2. Maybe 2 bars that are national monuments. So you can drink in the national monument. That's really cool, I think. So much scaffolding. Yep, that's the nature of New York. It's all scaffolding here. So here's the more of the national monument. They also made the park, which used to be called Christopher Park, is also the national monument. Let's cross. Kuria says that the government still asks you to stay home in Japan. Oh, interesting. You notice that in other cities people are wearing less masks. Yeah, here people are indeed. It's not like say Florida or the states in like New Orleans. You see a lot less masks. Is it to protect from falling debris, the scaffolding? Yes and no. Building codes here are very strict. And also it's very expensive to maintain a building. So what ends up happening is the building has to construct scaffolding in order to protect pedestrians from falling debris, but it's too expensive to actually fix that falling debris, and thus they just leave the scaffolding for a very long time. That's why you see so much scaffolding here in New York City. It's because buildings just don't want to spend money. They just would rather just leave the scaffolding. For the most part, I'm generalizing, of course. Oh, beautiful building. Look at that. Always look up here. What's the park now? It is called Christopher Street Park. It's just many people might just know as the Stonewall National Monument.
Sometimes if it was a plumber or a toilet, they'd off it.
Helen, so the place is falling apart. Not that severe. It's not that severe. I gotta take a little break. Haven't had a chance to drink the coffee. It's still a little bit weird to drink coffee while walking around. Let's see. It's good. It's good. It's a little bit on the lighter side. I think it's because it's so big. The best Americano size is a smaller cup. Once you start serving it in very large cups, you start really diluting the taste of the coffee, significantly at least, of the espresso. So yeah, it's good, but it's just a bit too much water. It's like Starbucks where they add too much milk. So Rosecrans, beautiful place to sit. So for the views alone, it's wonderful to, I think, grab a cup, but not the best coffee. If you truly want amazing coffee, I'll point out the place. You need an extra shot, yeah. Yeah, if you put an extra shot, then you balance it a little bit better. So I haven't tried this place yet, Amano. Haven't tried it yet. But this place is amazing. The Coppola Cafe. I've been a few times. It is absolutely wonderful. I actually have a video of the couple who works here and does an amazing job making amazing coffee. So I highly recommend it. Amano looks nice. Yeah, I haven't tried Amano. I haven't tried Amano at all. I'm almost tempted to throw away this cup of coffee because it's really not that good. And try Amano. Let me know. Let me know if you want to try a different cup of coffee. Compare. And nice leopard mask. Urbanist merch. I don't have the leopard mask as Urbanist merch, but you can find that Smart Glamour. Do it. Life is too short. Let's do it, ladies and gentlemen. Goodbye. Mediocre coffee. This place, I love it. I would come here, but I've been here many times. Let's try Amano. Haven't tried it yet. Let's go to Amano Cafe. There's always people here, so let's try it out. All right, now we are in business. Okay, so I spoke with the guy. They opened during the pandemic, in the middle of August, which is, well, the pandemic is still raging, but during like when New York City was really closed up. This is not comfortable. I'd rather give you glare than than have glared myself. So I'm gonna be glowing with a beautiful halo. Everyone, I hope you enjoy the beautiful glow, the glare. So first of all, this is a more reasonable size cup for an espresso, for an Americano, I mean. Can I leave the music slowly in the background? I can. Don't have that control with the app. Hopefully they end up changing that soon. I would love if the app can do that, but right now it's not a feature. Sunbeams all over everyone. Yes. Got a halo around me because I think we're in for a good coffee. These guys look like serious coffee people. The other guys really didn't seem like they really cared too much about the coffee. You can tell when the dudes like the coffee. At least with the dudes, if they're very bearded and they're wearing an apron, you know it's serious. Same thing with women. If they're wearing an apron, the women tends to have like a beanie. Oh, you know it's serious coffee if they're dressed like that. So let me show you the coffee. And I also got a pumpkin bread. Let's try their pumpkin bread. So the first time I'm trying Amaro. Look at this. Oh, this looks good. Oh yeah. That looks good. All right. So let's try this serious coffee made by a bearded man in an apron. You know it's serious when that's the case. First of all, let's try this pumpkin bread. Let's see how good it is. This is a mighty good pumpkin bread. Oh yeah. Amano. This is Amano. I might have said Amaro. Amano. Amano. Probably means something else. Let me know what Amano means. Premium coffee. Hand-picked for you. That's what they say. They're really into their branding. That's good. Even the sun is your fan. Indeed. Let's see. Yeah, it is good. It is good. It is better than the other place. It's a bit on the lighter end. It's a bit light. I assume their espresso alone would be really worth it. It's a bit on the lighter end. But it is a step above from the other place. Let's have another sip. It is a nice clean cup of espresso. Very interesting. It's like super clean. It even has that kind of aftertaste of just like it's interesting. It's like I don't know how to describe it. It's like a clean espresso. It's like having, we were talking about Jiro Dreams of Sushi, having a very perfectly made sushi. This is how it tastes, like a very straight cup of coffee. Very straight. Doesn't have too much character, it's just like straight. And Amazon means we change you more, or a fancy name. What do you refer to? Always I drink coffee with milk. Amano means we change you more for a fancy name. Ah, what does that mean? You'll be buzzing now with all that coffee. I barely had that other coffee. Amano means handshake, in my opinion. It's the raw fish of coffee. Taking a break from painting, it's exhausting, says Lauren. Oh, Lauren, I'm glad you're taking a break from painting. And this cup looks more classy. Yeah, this is a better cup of coffee than the other place. I would still say go across the street to Coppola Cafe. I'll point the camera one more time. Go across the street to Coppola Cafe. That's definitely a superior. Oh, Amano means handpicked. Thank you so much, SF Fields. Handpicked. Amano. And the coffee made with a pot? No, this is espresso. Espresso. Yeah, this is similar to a cup of coffee we had the other. I showed it a few weeks ago. It was right in Hell's Kitchen. And it was roasted by a Bushwick roastery called Say Coffee. And that roastery had also very kind of clean taste to it. Mag says, our priority is to help sustain an ecosystem that allows premium coffee roasters to thrive in times of mass production. Off their site are still today in the simplest possible way. Amano. Oh, it's in Spanish. It's not in Italian. Amano. Interesting. I rarely use that word amano. Hecho a mano. But isn't it 2 words, I think, usually? New York City is starting to look more lively, says Michael. It is, Michael. And I can eat pumpkin bread all year round. Yep, here in New York City you can find pumpkin bread basically all year round. And they do croissant sandwiches, which is very interesting. Mm. Mm. It's so soft. Amazing. And Esafil says, yes, Amano is usually 2 words. In this case, they spelled it with 1. Jamaican Blue Mountain coffee is delicious. It is absolutely delicious. But it's rare to find it being made here. You have to buy the beans and, you know, make it at home, usually. Have you ever tried coffee at McDonald's? I think once. And I wasn't I was disappointed. I tried like Burger King coffee at once as well. Like never again. The only fast food coffee I would really have is Starbucks. And Wendy, you never tried pumpkin bread? Oh, you must. That was a shop before AK collab. I'm not sure. We did not cover a shop here specifically. And the sun is beaming on you. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, some lens flare for all of you. Do I like Starbucks coffee? Not generally, but I would. I mean, I do appreciate them. Yeah, I do like them. I just wouldn't drink it here in New York City. And Mickey D's coffee is not too bad. That's the generation older than me, the baby boomer generation. Many baby boomers I've met say the same exact thing, that McDonald's makes great coffee. That's what I hear a whole lot of the time. Or good coffee. That's what I hear all the time. Have you ever tried drip coffee? Not yet, Susie. I've heard about Drip and I've been tempted to reach out to them. They're located in Bushwick. And it's a guy, it's started by a guy who really deeply loves coffee. So I haven't tried it yet. But maybe I should reach out to him. Let me know. Is it an interesting shop? Is it good coffee? Didn't you make a video with Blue Bottle? I did. I was invited by Blue Bottle to go to one of their shops and go behind the scenes. After $13, it is difficult to digest Starbucks coffee. Husker says, I'm older than you, childhood of the 70s. Yeah. And selfie time, says Judith. Got me some shades now. Says, because of all the sun. I just took a picture, says Alexander. Cool. I never tried coffee, says Charlotte. Oh no, Charlotte. Oh, I recommend trying coffee. I really recommend trying coffee. It's really fun. All right. Now I'm really coffeeed up. Have you tried Cafe Reggio? Cafe Reggio is beautiful. It's historic. Highly recommended just going for a historic value of it. It's nearby. Really great atmosphere. The coffee is not really like amazing, but it's just a beautiful historic place. So I highly recommend going to Cafe Reggio. Michael, this is pumpkin bread and a gigantic piece. Cost me $5.25. I can eat a lot more of this. Mac coffee is not good in Japan. Kurihara, I cannot wait to try coffee in Japan. Absolutely cannot wait to try it. I'm so excited to try some good coffee in Japan because, ooh, we got Apple Maps car. Huh. That's a thick slice. Oh yeah. Kurihara, you say Segafredo is better. Pumpkin coffee is the best, says Dave. Interesting. Where have you tried pumpkin coffee? And you know what? Let's just enjoy the views. I'm just going to point the camera towards the sidewalk so you guys can enjoy the views because it's amazing. This is really a vibe right over here. Rainer, would I recommend Pete's Coffee? Not really. They are very interesting historically because Pete's Coffee was basically the progenitor to the modern third wave coffee movement with Starbucks and other chains like Blue Bottle. But the thing is, I've tried Pete's before. I'm not so impressed. To me, Pete's tastes similar to Starbucks or maybe just a bit worse than Starbucks. Then again, I'm talking from a point of view of someone who drinks coffee black. And I really like coffee for the taste. I don't merely drink it for the psychoactive effects. So keep that in mind when I discuss coffee. I went to Cafe Reggio in 1974, says Jack. The first time I ever saw a lady breastfeed a child. Yeah, now it's legal in New York City, yeah. You can do it in public. Susie says James Cameron just passed. I don't think he hangs out in New York. I think he hangs out in his native Canada. Oh no, he lives in California. You must taste Turkish coffee. I have many times, but not on video. I love Turkish coffee. It's just something I don't find common. I get a lot of those comments. Try Turkish coffee, but it's just something you don't find accessible, quick service Turkish coffee. You can't just walk into any normal coffee shop and get Turkish coffee. Usually, unfortunately here, Turkish coffee, you have to go to a restaurant for most instances. It's not like in Turkey itself or other parts that are similar like Greece, where you can just grab that type of coffee at the street corner. Hey Afra, it's nice to see you here. Mazzy, have I had Greek coffee? Yep, a few weeks ago. Check it out. Astoria tour. Oscar, was this Woody Allen's hangout spot during his heyday? I'm not entirely sure. I have the feeling no, but I'm not entirely sure. Mandy, does Turkish coffee have a distinct flavor? Yeah, Turkish coffee is the thickest type of coffee because they use extremely fine powder grind. So espresso is grinded pretty fine. A good drip coffee or a good pour over coffee is grinded pretty rough and coarse. But when it or cold brew as well is grinded pretty coarse. But when it comes to a Turkish coffee, it's grinded very fine, and that very fine grind, they actually cook. They heat up the water with the coffee, and they serve it with the grounds. So you're drinking the coffee with extremely fine grounds. Lauren, do I follow James Hoffman? I do. James Hoffman is an amazing coffee vlogger. His stuff is amazing, absolutely mind-blowing. I've been following him for a while. Uh-oh. So someone was playing very loud music. Julia, have I tried Coppola Cafe? Yeah, I have an entire video on them. A vlog. It's called Best Italian Pastries in New York. They're the third restaurant, 3 out of 3 restaurants featured. Charlie says, I love all the Urbanist songs. They're very relaxing. Indeed they are. So stay tuned because more Urbanist songs will be coming out. And I'll play you a little preview of the upcoming Urbanist song, upcoming Urbanist album called An Urbanist Coffee Break. This one is all pure lo-fi, so more songs like Coffee Break, which you listen to on the original soundtrack. Nope. This is the album cover.
This is a nice, I know I was like,
So that is Art Deco Empire. That's coming up soon on the album An Urbanist Coffee Break. So that song is Art Deco Empire. It's by an awesome artist actually from Central Asia by the name of Can't Sleep. He has a funny name, but makes amazing lo-fi music. And there's 4 artists that are going to be featured on the An Urbanist Coffee Break album. Art Deco Empire, that's the name of the song, yeah. And it's coming out probably in a week or 2. Stay tuned, I'm gonna announce the date very soon. And there's gonna be a music premiere. The reason I'm making that album is because I am, there's certain situations where I have videos where I sit down or doing a car tour, and I want more kind of relaxing music to be perfect for the background. Also for vlogs. I make vlogs and sometimes I want to like have some nice, soft, lo-fi music in the background. Some of the tracks reminds me of Vangelis. Right, Oscar, yeah. I mean, Neon Glow is specifically inspired by Blade Runner, which is made by Vangelis, and by the Stranger Things theme song. All right, let's do one final walk. Let's go. I gotta stretch up a little bit. Ooh. Oh. All right, let's walk a little bit more. Let me know, what would you like to see? You want to see Washington Square Park? Usually on these days it's popping. It's quite popping, as us New Yorkers like to say. It's popping. If you want to see popping Washington Square Park, deadass, let me know. If you agree, say dead ass. That's a dead ass. It means like yes. It means really. It means for real, or for real is another term. But yeah, dead ass, dead ass, dead ass, dead ass. You can have an entire conversation just saying dead ass. All right. Am I live streaming all the time? No, I live stream only scheduled twice a week. But when I'm feeling very caffeinated and or excited to explore life, I stream more times. Virginia said that ass also, Virginia. So I would recommend Amano, really fun cup of coffee. If you like your coffee lighter, this is, I would say, an excellent place if you like lighter coffee. If you want to punch your Italian style coffee, go right across the street to Coppola Cafe. How many espressos in are we? We 4. McCulley's, we're 4 espressos in. Actually, maybe a little, like 4.5, because I drank a little bit from the other one. 4.5, 4.5. Oh, sorry. Kathleen, an Amazon driver, just passed by you, playing New York, New York. SFfield says, dead ass how my behind feels after 3 streams. Wow, we've had a few people watching all 3 streams today. And then who else watched all the streams yesterday? Let me know. If you are on the Mega Stream Squad. If you're on the Mega Stream Squad, let me know. We've had a lot of people tune in for every single stream I've done in the past 24 hours, which has been a lot. This is just a little sample of what's going to happen when I end up traveling once again to the great lands of Europe. Experience some exotic cultures, like the exotic cultures of Birmingham or Cork. The fantasy lands of Kilkenny. Joe was on every stream. Ooh, Joe. Joe is on the Mega Stream Squad. Wendy is on the Mega Stream Squad. Alexandra was also on the Mega Stream Squad. Bath, yes, we'll visit the hidden lands of Bath as well. We'll visit the forgotten realms of Manchester. Kevin, you've turned yourself into a verb. Glad you're on the Mega Stream Squad. Laurie's on the Mega Stream Squad. We have one more stop, which is Washington Square Park on a Saturday in the park. Let me know. What song is that? Put it on. Alexa, play Saturday in the Park. Okay, Google, play Saturday in the Park. Mags is in the Mega Stream Squad. Dave is in the Mega Stream Squad. Gary is in the Mega Stream Squad. Lisa, I'm exploring ideas for you. Oh, cool, Lisa. Thank you. And in regards to traveling in UK, you mean? What was the most amount of espressos you had in a day? I actually did a video where I covered the coffee festival in New York. It's an annual festival. It was canceled this past year, but it happens annually. And yeah, I had a lot. All right, we're taking a music break. So we had some random rap music played again. All right, are you guys ready for Washington Square Park? Let's see if the Dosa guy's here. Oh no, the Dosa guy does not work on Saturdays. He does work on Saturdays. Oh, okay. I'm very full, but I'm gonna point out the best streetcar in all of New York City. Number one street food in New York City, in my opinion. Just play yours out loud. Yeah, I gotta get myself a boombox, a little Bluetooth speaker that's extremely loud. Start blasting my own music. Alexandra says Saturday in the Park by Chicago. Great song. Yes, it is a great song. It's closed right now because I think he closes around 3 p.m., 3 or 4. This is the best streetcar in all of New York City. Number one streetcar in New York City. This is New York Dosas. Number one thing. The guy who's right behind, he's taking a break. He makes amazing food. Absolutely mind-blowing. Fresh vegetables. Amazing. Hey, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I can imagine. Let me actually buy some water. Let me buy 2 waters from you. Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
You usually close by 3, right?
Yeah, but they don't want to go home.
Yeah, of course. I can imagine.
I just finished. I stopped the line at 2 o'clock.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, take a nice weekend break.
All right.
You don't work on Sundays, right? No, yeah, of course. Have a good day.
All right. See you Monday.
Guy's super nice. He's like a little bit of a celebrity in Southern India because he's Southern Indian and he's become famous here in New York City because of his great Southern Indian food. And constantly you see Indian tourists come over here and take selfies with him. So yeah, highly recommend them. New York Dosas. Guy is amazing. I featured his food like 4 or 5 weeks ago, maybe a little bit more, like 6 weeks ago. Hey Mags, thank you so much. We got some jazz. Oh, some good jazz. The water's cheap. Yeah, he's only set for $1, which is a good price. So welcome to Washington Square Park. The likes of Allen Ginsberg used to be here. Countless singer-songwriters like Bob Dylan used to hang out here. Comedians as well. Famous writers. Let me know. What famous person do you know of who was a Greenwich Village resident and probably hung out here on Saturdays in the 50s, 60s, and 70s? Is that a copy of the Arc de Triomphe? So no, I mean the Arc de Triomphe is not original. The Arc de Triomphe is actually a copy of various arcs in all across Italy that were built by the ancient Romans. So that is the original arcs. And there's other types of arcs in other societies as well, ancient societies. So yeah, it's not original. This one is not actually meant to be a replica of the Arc de Triomphe, but of course it's inspired by it. Is the fountain up yet? No, it's not. Oh, these guys are playing very kind of blues. No one's listening to them. Oh no. I think their music is a little bit too low energy for the day. Joni Mitchell might have hung out here. Patti Smith most definitely. I think Patti Smith definitely has referenced this in her books. Oh wow, The smell of cannabis permeates the air because now it's legal here in New York City. Up to 3 ounces. So no one's getting arrested here today. DEA ain't gonna crack down. Here's this is a great photo opportunity. You gotta kind of. David Bowie also hung out here, but not in the heyday of the folk scene. He hung out here on his own because he was a resident for the final 10 years of his life. And he used to come here early in the morning after grabbing a coffee from Cafe Reggio. And according to what he said in a few interviews, he used to come here and just people watch. And he used to love seeing New York City awaken in the early morning. He was kind of an early morning guy. I got the impression of while researching him. Want to learn more about him? See my video, David Bowie's New York. Let's check out the jazz. I really love the jazz guys. Oh, I got wheelies. Dave, you love David Bowie? Yes. So there's a lot of skateboarders here. Let's see what these guys are doing. This guy's skateboarding here. We got a skateboarding contest. I think they just turned this into a skateboarding half pipe. Or like an eighth pipe. Or maybe a full pipe, if you know what I'm saying. So before there were skateboarders here, there were folk singers back in the 50s and 60s. There's someone selling vintage clothes. This has turned a little bit into a playground, ladies and gentlemen. They drew out an audience. Yeah, a lot of people are like staring. There's like artwork being sold here. This is popping, everyone. This is dead ass popping. Oh, we got Hare Krishna founded here. Here in the East Village, nearby, next neighborhood down. Hare Krishna started right by the tree in Tompkins Square Park. Oh, Hare Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Oh, Hare Hare Hare. Allen Ginsberg, I think, hung out with those guys. One of my favorite poets. Check them out. If you want to get a vibe of what East Village used to be like, or Greenwich Village as well, used to be like back in the 50s and 60s. I used to hang out with Allen Ginsberg all the time. Really cool guy. Used to get naked in parties and just start oming. I mean, I learned that in the documentary. Definitely was not there alive in the 60s. Oh, we got some jazzers. Ooh, a duo. I like this. Venmo. I don't see a Venmo, unfortunately. They don't have a Venmo. Indeed I did, PN. Indeed I did. They didn't have a Venmo, otherwise I would have zoomed in on it. No Venmo, no website listed. The drummer was protecting his chin. Yeah, he was wearing a chin mask. You know, during these harsh times, we gotta protect our chins. Cherry blossoms are already blossoming. More vintage clothes being sold. This is turning quickly into like a vintage shop. There we go, everyone. We got a thrift shop in the middle. We got more. Oh my God, lots of entrepreneurs out here. Who says New York City doesn't have entrepreneurs? We got a bunch of entrepreneurs here. The entrepreneurial spirit is very strong in New York. No worries. Wow, absolutely amazing, everyone. Great vibes out here. Highly recommend coming here. Lots of music to listen to. And lots of skateboarders, lots of now vintage clothing shops that you can get. And you can see this wonderful arch. Can you dance to Hare Krishna music? I don't think you can dance, but you can definitely zone out. Definitely zone out to some Hare Krishna. And this guy's playing guitar on his own. Wow. Well, that was an exploration of New York City life. Brunch, lots of coffee, people watching, and listening to some good jazz. And of course, a little appearance of the Hare Krishna. Thank you everyone so much for tuning in. If you want to see more videos, stay tuned every Wednesday and Saturday at 1 p.m. I explore cities all around the world. Soon I'll be traveling once I'm able to go back to Europe. The moment, the zip right over there. Stay tuned for that. And maybe in the meanwhile, as I mentioned, more of New York City and maybe other nearby cities like Philadelphia, considering going. This is the I Am Legend house. Check out the movie I Am Legend if you want to know what I'm talking about. Everyone, thank you all to all the mods as well. All the mods. Everyone, give a round of hearts to the mods. Alexandra, Ronald, Trisha, Stephanie, Kay over on Facebook, many, many others who have been keeping the great vibes, adding extra information, and just being overall awesome people. Keep being awesome and always keep on exploring. Have a great day, everyone. Have a good day.